the adventures, I played all of them, I think. So this is the newest one, Game Adventures. This one is based on 3 games. We had Ticket to Ride, Pandemic, and Mysterium. Don't really like Mysterium that much on a personal level. Pandemic I enjoy. Ticket to Ride I love. So this is an escape room style game. You need an app to play it. It's in the Unlock series. It's 3 different versions. When you're done, you can give it to somebody else to play. Let me show you a little non-spoilery stuff. Okay, so let's take a look. The game comes with instructions. It comes with a step-by-step solution, although you're going to need the app. You need an app for this game. It's a free app that you can download. And the app will have hints and things, but this walks you through it in case you missed something. This is a quarantine map that's only used in Pandemic. Then each of these comes with a complete deck of cards that you will use. These cards will come into play over the course of the game. You'll start by reading the first card. Most of the time, and this is a tutorial one, so don't worry, this doesn't spoil anything. Most of the time, these cards will show you numbers of other cards on them. So this, for example, shows card 21. So you just sort through the deck. You find card 21. You turn it over. This is a machine. You punch this into the app, and it will do something. Sometimes cards are puzzle pieces, like a blue and a red can be put together. So I'll say, does the key work with the TV? 11 plus 42 is 53. And then you look and see, is there a 53? No, there's not. So that combination doesn't work. Sometimes you'll get a card that will give you an error, and then you have to add a minute to your time. But that's it. You're going to keep going through until you finish, and then it will give you a ranking based on how long you took and how many clues you needed, things like that. So let's talk about the rankings of these for how difficult they were. Ticket to Ride, they say, is the easiest, although I personally found Mysterium easier. But and then Mysterium the second, and Pandemic's the hardest. My favorite by far was the game I liked the least, Mysterium. Worked really well in here. All 3 of the games in this escape room thing use their mechanisms from the base game somehow, some way. I don't want to spoil how they do it. I mean, obviously you saw Pandemic comes with a map. And they do so in really interesting ways. And I think that's cool. I like how they do that. I think the Pandemic one is possibly the hardest unlock I have ever played. And there are 2 points in it that I found to be almost, I was like, really? You expected me to figure that out on my own? It was sort of neat, but also like, come on. And I'm trying to be oblique here a bit, but if you have problems in Unlock, because a lot of Unlock games have like hidden numbers somewhere, this takes that to a degree I've never seen it before. So if you don't like that, you might not like Pandemic. But Mysterium had a really fun moment in the middle of it that was enjoyable. And Ticket to Ride had some interesting ideas. And I thought all 3 of the games stayed true to the base game. So while I found that weird moments in Pandemic, I loved every bit of Mysterium, because Mysterium comes down to a whodunit, essentially. Ticket to Ride was pretty solid. And I'll give this whole thing an 8.5. My favorite in the batch is Mysterium. And Mysterium might be one of my favorite I've ever played in the Unlock series. It would be my top 10, I think, in that series ever. But they're all going to be enjoyable. And if you like the base games, you'll enjoy them. If you've never played the games, you don't have to worry about it. It still will work out okay.